Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com. Happy Sunday everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm really excited to be here. I hope you are too. We're gonna make two fun recipes today and hang out, and hopefully I'm gonna teach you a few things. So when you hop on, please say hello, let me know where you're from, and we're just gonna take a moment and make sure that our technology is all working. We should be live on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm getting the thumbs up that we are. And so the next question is, can you hear me okay? So as you log in, please say hello in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if the audio is all going well. And we're gonna dive in and make these two recipes. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I have had a busy, crazy week, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I just literally got back home about 45 minutes ago, and it's been a whirlwind of a week with so much fun stuff going on that I'm excited to share with you. So pretty quick, we're going to see there's some comments. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's from Florida. Hello, Amy. Amy is from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginner group. If you're hopping on over from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners, I am Rebecca from DevourDinner.com, where I focus on easy to make recipes for busy families using common ingredients. My website started with an ebook that I made for my own boys with their family favorite recipes that they enjoyed growing up, and to teach them how to make those. And it is now a website for all of you, and I'm here most every Sunday to help teach these recipes so that you can make delicious recipes using common ingredients right at home. I'm excited. So big shout out to Amy and her team. They come and they support me week after week. So thank you, ladies. Big hugs. We'll give you the heart. Thank you so much for being so supportive. We sure appreciate it. And if you're watching from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group and you've never hopped over to say hello, please do so in the comments. Let us know this is your first time watching or that you're new to pressure cooking. This is a safe spot. No question is silly. I am here to help you learn how to use your pressure cooker, your air fryer, your stove, your oven, all of the things so that you can make delicious recipes at home without spending a lot of time in the kitchen. I know how busy you are because I know how busy I am, and I want to eat good food quickly. I hear a lot of amens in the background. Hi, Jackie, how are you? Hello, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. All right, we've got two recipes today. We're hitting that fall time of year. We're going into potato harvest in Idaho. And of course, you know, we love potatoes. And one of the recipes on my site is for creamed peas and potatoes. Now, this is not a recipe that I grew up with, but it's a recipe that my husband grew up with. And so it is very dear to him. And we're going to make it using the Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker. Of course, this recipe can also be made on your stovetop in a skillet very, very easily. In fact, that's more the traditional way, and that's how he grew up enjoying it. Although there are some differences in the recipe across the United States on how people like it or how they like to serve it. And so I would love to know in the comments if you're a fan of cream peas and potatoes or cream peas or cream corn or whatever it may be, how do you like to enjoy it? I know some like the gravy sauce a little more thin, almost like a soup. Others like it thicker and they like to serve it with toast. And some just eat it where it's a thick gravy, just plain. I don't know, but it's delicious. Let's dive in. Hey, Jackie. Jackie's from California. Welcome, welcome. All right, so for this recipe, of course, we're gonna use peas. Now I'm using frozen petite baby peas. Please, please, please do not buy canned peas. They're mushy, they don't taste good. Buy frozen petite baby peas for this recipe. We're also going to use new potatoes. So we're using these little guys. Their skins are thinner. They have wonderful flavor. They work really, really well for this recipe. They typically come in a bag, and the bag is about 1.5 pounds in weight, which is wonderful. You can buy them where they're yellow like this, the Yukon Golds, or you can buy a bag that has golds and reds. Either one of those bags work great. I picked up a bag of just the golds because that's what my grocery store had, so that's what we're gonna use. Make sure you wash these potatoes, get off all the extra dirt, debris, anything else that happens during the packaging and processing of these potatoes. And then we're gonna slice them. We want these potatoes to be fairly uniform in size. Most of these potatoes I'm going to cut in fourths. Some I will cut just in half. This is a little bigger one right here. They're pretty similar in size, but some I will just cut in half. And we're gonna get started really quickly. Now your potatoes, if you cut them too soon, of course they're gonna brown and get yucky. So don't cut them until you're ready to use them, but you can wash them up beforehand if you're trying to prep so that dinner becomes super quick and super easy. You guys are quiet today. The chat box is not going off very well. Let me grab this recipe and drop it in the link so that you guys have it. I'm also gonna drop creamed corn because it is similar and many people like both. And I'm also gonna drop the creamed peas recipe. There we go. All right. I am just gonna start cutting these. We're gonna start chatting and we're just gonna get this dish prepared. Who wants to watch top down? In my head, I hear people at home saying, me, me, me. So we can do that. It looks like my camera's a little skitty-wumpus, so we'll just pull this over. Now, I did take the time to wash these potatoes beforehand, and I'm just gonna cut them in fourths so that these potatoes are all relatively the same size. It doesn't take much to just cut them. It's pretty quick. Again, if you're just joining in, you can use either the Yukon Golds in these new potatoes, or you can use the bag that has both the reds and the golds. You'll notice that last one I cut in sixths. The potato was thicker around, and I want these potatoes to be cut in relatively the same sizes. The reason for that is during the cooking process, it becomes very helpful if these potatoes are relatively the same size. If you cut some big and some little, the little ones are going to be way overcooked and the big ones aren't going to be cooked all the way or have that potential. Now this little guy, see this guy? Ooh, where are we at? There we go. This little guy's smaller, right? These are my medium ones left, but you can see the difference. So this little guy, I'm only gonna cut in half because he's littler, because that'll still equal about the same size as these others. So just use your best judgment when cutting the potatoes. That's it. Not so bad. Okay, we're gonna throw these in the pressure cooker. Throw those in. I'm gonna add to it a little bit of pepper. We'll add some more pepper later. I'm gonna add a little bit of Redmond salt. You guys know I love Redmond salt. It is actually mined in Utah, which is where I am now. I love the earthy flavor of it, and I do have an affiliate code, which means you can get a discount. I'll drop that here in just a minute. Okay, we've seasoned it up, just some salt and pepper, and I'm going to add a cup of water. You could do a cup of broth, but we're gonna pour the liquid out later, so you can use water for this. If you're using an 8-quart electric pressure cooker, then use a cup and a half of water. I'm using a 6-quart today, so I'm only using 1 cup. And I'm just gonna pour that in, off to the side, and that's it. Now, we're gonna pressure cook this in our Instant Pot for 5 minutes. The rest of the ingredients we're gonna add after the potatoes have cooked. So, make sure to, let's see here. I don't know if this, no, it won't. Make sure to close the pressure valve in back. And then you're going to adjust the plus and minus keys for 5 minutes. It'll take just a moment, and we're going to hear the pressure cooker beep. When the pressure cooker beeps, right there, that means that the pressure cooker has accepted what you've told it to do. In this case, I've told it to set it for 5 minutes. So now what's happening is the bottom element of our pressure cooker is going to start heating up. And it's going to heat up the liquid that's inside, the water. It's going to bring the water to a boil. And as the water comes to a boil, it creates steam. Steam creates pressure, and pressure will seal off the valve in our pressure cooker. And that little pin in the back will pop up. It'll then take a moment or two, and the front panel will then change to the number that we have set it to. So 5 minutes. Then those 5 minutes are going to count down in numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, until it hits 0, at which point it's going to beep at us and let us know that the cooking process has completed and it has automatically entered what's called a natural pressure release stage. Pretty simple. We're going to do a quick release today, which just means we're going to open up the pressure valve, let that steam come shooting out to release that pressure quickly so we can get back into our potatoes. Just that simple. All right? Okay, I'm going to push this off to the side. We're going to let it do its thing, and we're going to start on recipe number 2, which isn't even on the website yet. But I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek because you come and you support and you watch these lives so that you know how to make them because they're delicious. I'm so excited. So we're going to push that off to the side. We're going to say hello. Hey, Zach. Zach's from Utah. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Kathy says, loved cream corn over mashed potatoes. Yes, what an excellent gravy over mashed potatoes. I love that. Debbie says, greetings from Nebraska. Travis says, hello. Sherry says, hi from Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome, welcome. Jackie is from California. We got a great group on today. Okay, recipe number 2. Oh my gosh. So now that I'm in Utah, I have access to a lot more things, and it is so exciting for me. In my rural area of eastern Idaho, we're just far away from a lot of things. But here in Utah, there are peach trees all over. And you can go and get fresh peaches. There's a little farm stand that I have found that I've actually frequented over the years that I've gone back to get fresh peaches. Now, if you can't get fresh peaches, go to your local grocery store, go to your wholesale grocery stores, your Costco's, your Sam's Club, and get some peaches. This is a simple, quick, easy dessert for air-fried grilled peaches. So the first thing we need to do is we need to preheat our air fryer. Just turn your air fryer on to 350 degrees for 5 minutes. So let me do that. We're gonna let our air fryer heat up. We're going to create a paste or a butter cream filling for our peaches to air fry in. And so let's get that going. Let me go top down. Okay. You guys, I can't wait to tell you all about my weekend. My voice is a little hoarse, and you'll understand why in a moment. All right, here's the ingredient list. We've got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You can kind of see over here in the corner, there is a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and we have 1 tablespoon of softened butter. So this butter has been on the counter for over an hour. You can cut it with just a nice little knife. And I'm going to mix all this up with a fork. So really the first thing I want to do is get that cinnamon mixed in with the brown sugar. Before I get the butter involved, I want to make sure that we get that cinnamon all throughout. And you can tell if you watch the color of your brown sugar when that cinnamon is not just kind of globbed in one spot. Once that has happened, move your softened butter into your brown sugar, and we're just going to mix it up. Of course, this is always a lot easier when you're not doing it on live camera. And all we're trying to do is just make a brown sugar cinnamon butter, really. We don't want to whip this. Okay, so if there's a question from home, can I just, whip it? Can I make a big batch and whip it? The answer is no. We don't want this whipped. We want this thick and condensed. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should. You don't want to have big old gloopy spots of just straight butter. And you notice now it is turned from being like the brown sugar granules with chunks of butter to more of a thick butter consistency. Does that make sense? Let's go up here. Okay? Doesn't look that great. It doesn't have to. It's not a whole ton. That's all we need right now. All right? I'm going to get my cutting board back into place, and I've got some peaches. I'm just going to cut these, and we're going to remove the pits from the center. Now, here's a good one. So the pit broke in half, and that happens from time to time, right? It's always easy to get a whole pit out, but when it breaks in half, it can be kind of hard. So let me teach you a trick. You're going to need a spoon, like a good size spoon. Not a serving spoon, but just, just a good size spoon. Use your spoon and just kind of go around your pit and lift out. There we go. This way I'm getting all of the pieces of pit out, and I'm leaving this nice center. Okay, we're going to do it to both. And we're going to cut one more peach. Let's see if this one will open. Oh, look. Huh? All right, so this one I didn't even cut. Where's the focusing? There we go. This one I didn't even cut in the right spot. So we've got our peach on its side. That's my bad. So we're just gonna scoop it out. You don't want to scoop out too much. You don't need too big of a cavity. We're just going to scoop out a little bit of this. There we go. All right, so we've got our peaches. Now, you just heard the beep from our air fryer, which means our air fryer is all preheated. So it's ready to throw these peaches right into place. The first thing we want to do is we're going to grill this in 2 cycles, meaning the first cycle, we're going to take the peaches and we're going to put them skin side down. I want to get the outside of all of that cut area to get nice and air fried. So we're going to put that side down, and I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on the top of each of these peaches. Now, you can do it a couple of ways. You can use like a pastry brush. I'm just going to use a little bit of a paper towel with some olive oil, and I'm just going to brush it right over the top of these peaches. Here we go. Just going to rub them over the top. This is super simple. This is a great job for the kids to do because they can't mess this up. Okay? There we go. That's all we're going to do. Now I'm going to grab my air fryer basket so you guys can see what we're doing. Here we go. Here's the basket. I'm going to take my peaches, cut side down. You can hear the sizzle. There we go. We're gonna pop it right back in the air fryer for 5 minutes. All right. So we're now air frying for 5 minutes the peaches. It's just that simple. Once we have air fried with the cut side down, we're going to flip those peaches over. All right, and the tops of them are going to start to be a little bubbly, and you're going to see a little bit of the grill marks, and then we're going to add in some of this brown sugar butter right to the center of our peaches. Super fun. And then we're going to air fry them again for 5 minutes. So now we've air fried them upside down, and then we're going to flip them over and air fry them with the cut side up with the brown sugar in the middle. And that brown sugar during the air frying process is going to melt and caramelize all over the peach, the cut peach. And it is going to be so delicious. It's going to be wonderful. Amy, how are you? All right, Amy is commenting over from YouTube right now. She's like, Rebecca, it's been a hot minute. Zach says, those peaches look so juicy and delicious. Zach, they are extremely juicy and delicious. They're amazing. This recipe is so simple and easy. A lot of times grilled peaches are done on a barbecue grill, or you can do them in your oven, like under the broiler. And they're very simple, easy dessert. Mostly because although we're putting a little bit of brown sugar, butter, and cinnamon onto our peach, we're not adding a whole bunch of extra sugars or carbs or anything else. Now, of course, you can serve grilled peaches with ice cream, or you could drizzle with a little bit of honey or maple syrup, or maybe a little bit of a caramel sauce. But I'm gonna be honest, these peaches do not need anything extra. I personally love to add a little bit of granola to the top and just eat them like that. They just don't need more. The brown sugar butter just caramelizes, gives it that little sweet on top of the juiciness of the peach that is now hot. You get the best of a peach pie without all of the extra sugars and the pie crust. It is a wonderful, light, and easy dessert if you're into that kind of thing. So it's super fun. All right, Amy from over on YouTube, she says, wholly changed kitchen. All right, so if you're just joining me, I've moved, you guys. I am no longer in eastern Idaho. I've moved down to Salt Lake area of Utah. This is a rental unit that I'm in, and welcome to my kitchen. So we make the best with what we can here. It's a lot different, and it's working great, I think, and it's kind of a fun kitchen. So we'll take it. Hey Mary, how are you? Oh, Emily is asking, can you use canned peaches? Emily, for this recipe, I suppose you could try, but canned peaches, even if it was half a canned peach, are so soft, and a lot of times the skins have been removed, that your peaches are not going to hold up well at all. In this recipe, I've washed the peaches beforehand, but they still have the skins intact, which kind of hold the peach together and allow me to, you know, grab them, put them cut side down. We're going to use tongs, flip them over to the cut side up here in just a few moments. All right, Amy says, admittedly, grilled pineapples are the only grilled fruit that I like, but I haven't tried grilled peaches. And then she says, gasp, hi neighbor. All right, Amy, remind me where you're at. You must be in Utah. Grilled pineapple. Grilled pineapple is coming to my website soonish. Grilled pineapple is amazing. We love to do grilled pineapple rings on burgers, but I really like pineapple spears grilled just to enjoy because they're amazing. And if you haven't ever tried it, I'm sorry for you because they're delicious. And I hope you get to try some soon because it's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let me grab here we go. You'll want some tongs, so grab some tongs. Our Instant Pot has 1 minute left. You can see on the reader on the front that it says 1 minute. And when that beeps at us, we're gonna open the pressure valve. So wherever your pressure cooker is, move it away from your cabinets, move it away from any hanging lights. You guys can't see, but I've got 2 hanging lights going on here. Because when that steam comes up, it will put steam on your cabinets or lights, and you don't want that. Over time, that steam will hurt your cabinets and ruin the finish. Please do not put a towel over the top. We need that steam to come out, and sometimes that steam will spit out other things. And if a towel's there, it will just gum up the mechanism and cause you problems. So please don't do that. All right, we're gonna move this over. I'm gonna open this up, and we're just gonna let that steam go. Super simple. Now, okay, there's my peaches. Okay, these smell so good. Hot, warm peaches are amazing. Let's turn these around so you guys can see them and you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna take just 2 little spoons. You could use a little cookie scoop, I guess, if you wanted them to be like perfect little balls. This recipe, by the way, uses 2 peaches, or the 4 halves. If you want to do more, you can. Just make more of the butter, double the recipe or whatever you're going to do. Now, the fun thing about this, I'll put a little more over here. When this melts, it's going to bubble the brown sugar. When the butter melts, the brown sugar is going to bubble up, and it's going to spill over to all of the edges of these peaches. So don't worry that we're not covering it all. It will be fine. But do your best to make sure your peaches are mostly level. Because if your peaches aren't level, when that heats up, all of that yummy brown sugar is going to come out on one side and then go down below. So be smart, okay? Notice how I'm trying to get my peaches to like lean on each other so that they stay somewhat level. It's a whole thing, you guys. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put these back in the air fryer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 350 degrees, and I will tell you what's in that butter sauce here in just a moment. All right, that's going. Let's get that out of the way. All right, real quick. Here is that butter for the air fryer grilled peaches. There it comes. Amy, you're killing me. So you guys on Facebook, you can't see Amy's comments, so let me read them. She's like, so steamy. Get your face towel ready to open those pores. The steam that comes out of the pressure cooker, it's a lot, and it is steamy. Amy says, spa day. It's totally a spa day. You guys are so funny. Okay, I just dropped in the chat the butter recipe. All right, super simple. It's 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of softened butter. And then I just used a fork and mixed that all together to make that thick paste. Divided it up in fourths and put it in the peaches with the cut side up, and that is air frying for 5 minutes. We're gonna let it do its thing. The meantime, our potatoes are now ready to pull out. So I need a towel in my sink. Ooh, let's see. I have got a colander. Okay, I'm gonna drain out the potatoes, get rid of the liquid. Remember, this liner is hot. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can get this. Oh, we can. I want you guys to see what's going on in this pot, is really what I want you to see. All right, so now let's go back to our creamed peas and potatoes. So we've got our pressure cooker. I'm gonna set it to saute. So make sure you clear your pressure cooker, turn it off, press cancel, and then press your saute feature. That's going to heat up the bottom element of your pressure cooker, and we want it to read hot. We're going to make a roux. A roux is butter and flour. It's really pretty simple, but in the process, I also want some grated onion. So we're just going to get this little onion that I've got going on here cleaned up so that we can just grate it. Now, why would I use a grated onion? Why would I use a grated onion? Does anybody know? I want to know in the comments. Why would I use a grated onion? So instead of dicing or chopping the onion, I'm going to use a cheese grater with the onion, and I'm going to grate it. Why would I do that? Any ideas I want to hear in the comments. You guys have ideas? Debbie says it releases juices in smaller pieces. Travis says that looks so easy and good. Can't wait to try it. Okay, any more? Any more comments? You guys, this is a crying onion. It's totally a crying onion. Smaller eating chunks. Yes, Amy, smaller eating chunks. Just like Debbie, it's smaller. More for the flavor. Yes, more for the flavor. All of that is spot on. Oh, you guys. I need like goggles on. It's gonna make me cry. Okay, I've added some butter because we needed a little bit of oil going on with the onions. The reason for it, I want the juices, number one. So Debbie, spot on correct. I want the juices, and I want that onion to be baby thin and tender. I don't want big chunks of onion in this recipe, but I want the flavor. All right, I don't have enough, hold on you guys. I don't have enough butter going on here. I need a little bit more. So we're gonna add it. Then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of flour to make my roux. Okay? Once that butter is melted, we're just going to put that in. We're gonna stir that up. This is going to help thicken our sauce for our creamed peas and potatoes. I'm gonna add a little pepper to that. And then, what am I gonna do? What's next? We're gonna add half and half. We wanna make sure that we've cooked this flour. So make sure that we have allowed this flour and this butter to cook together. You have to be quick about it because you don't want your butter to burn. Super important. Okay? You're gonna use half and half. I'm starting with just a little bit of my half and half. See how that paste then breaks up? It kind of goes chunky for a half second, and then it's almost like mashed potatoes. Okay? There we go. Uh-oh. That just splashed, you guys. All right, we're gonna pour all that in. Now the luxury with our pressure cooker, remember that heating element is right down at the bottom. So it will heat up and it will cool down, and it will heat up and it will cool down. As you add in a lot more cooler temperatures, like all this half and half, that was 2 cups of half and half, it cools things down, and we've got to wait till that element heats back up. So just continue to stir. Notice I haven't added the potatoes back in yet. The reason for that is the more you stir those potatoes, the more they break down, and we don't want that. But we do want this sauce to thicken up. So I added some more salt, a little bit of pepper. There we go. And we're just gonna let it do its thing. Kathy says, I have glasses from Amazon, they work great. All right, Kathy, I wanna know. I've seen those glasses from Amazon when you're cutting onions to help keep you from crying. I've seen those and everybody laughs at them. All right, do you guys want to know where I've been all week? You guys ready for that? I'll tell you. I have been at a retreat with 25 other women who blog, who are food bloggers. I was not able to get home in time to upload the group photo of all of us. So go check out Instagram. I'll get it uploaded over there. And I'll get it posted to Facebook as well so that you can see all of these lovely ladies. I just spent the last 4.5 days with them. It was truly, truly amazing. We stayed in a giant home with a private chef who came and cooked for us so that we could work together, learn from each other, spend time with each other, build relationships with each other. And it was truly amazing. Amazing. Loved it. Loved it. Kathy says, my husband jokingly says the onion glasses are sexy. I love it. Amy says fun. Oh gosh, it was so fun. Okay, Amy says interesting. I've always mixed the liquid for my roux in a glass before adding the butter. Amazing how many ways there are to cook. Yes, there are lots of ways to cook. I have always melted the butter and added the flour to make the roux. And then I slowly add the liquid into, because when you add it all at once, what happens is you get a lot of clumpiness because you've got so hot and then it goes so cold so fast. And so I like to help bring it up to temperature. So I put in a little, I stir, get it all one consistency, put in a little bit more and slowly bring it up before I add in all of it. All right, so now we're heating up. You can see some steam coming off of it. It's starting to thicken up. So we're gonna add peas. Now remember, I told you to use frozen peas, right? These peas I put in this dish. I ran under water and I drained the water multiple times. In fact, we're gonna drain the water one more time. Yep, I think it's all out. Now that our gravy sauce is thickening up, we're still gonna stir it, okay, as it thickens. But I'm gonna add these peas in because I really want these peas to cook, right? We wanna bring those up to temperature. And then I'm gonna add in those potatoes. And then we're gonna toss that all together. And then guess what? It's done. Our peaches over here in the back, they're done too. They're just hanging out in our air fryer till we get all of this done. Gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna clean up my little mess. Amy says, yay for getaways. I love it. All right, let's see. Do we have any new people watching today? If you're new, will you please raise your hand, say hello in the comments. I want to know. Amy is on here from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group, along with other moderators and admins from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group. And these ladies are phenomenal. I also have some of my top fans who are here watching and listening today. If you have questions, this is a safe spot. This is a place for you to ask those questions to learn how to use your pressure cooker, your air fryer, your stovetop, your oven, whatever it may be. We're here to help you, and we want to help you, and no question is silly. So please say hello so we can get to know you, because I truly do want to make sure you can cook things like this at home for your family. All right, I'm adding the potatoes in. There we go. Now, this is a little on the thinner side. Over the years, I've made it thicker. In the photos on the website, you'll see it's thicker. We've actually decided we like it a little on the thinner side. And trust me, as this recipe cools, it thickens up. I can't emphasize that enough. So this, in a matter of 10 minutes, will be plenty thick. It's already plenty thick, but it will be even more so. Just so you know. So we're gonna let this do its thing, and I'm gonna push this off to the side. We're gonna get our peaches back out, and we're gonna share that with you, because it's a whole thing. Here we go. You guys see that? It's amazing. Okay, all of that brown sugar, if you want, because it's been sitting for a minute now, I'm just gonna take it and brush it. It's all just liquid. It's not anything else. There we go. I like to let these sit for a minute, because as they sit, this butter mixture in the middle cools. Keep in mind, because it's sugar and it's butter and it's hotter than the temperature of the sun, it will burn your tongue like no other. Please, please do not do that. Let these cool down just a moment before you bite into them. There is no rush. These bad boys are amazing. All right, let me grab a plate. You guys see what I'm doing? Okay, that was bad. Oh my gosh. Shh, don't tell. You guys, that one flipped over. Dang it. Your air fryer is easy to wash out, clean up, super easy. This is at a full rolling boil at this point, and all I'm doing is scraping the bottom, those hot spots, letting that steam out. Sauce is thickening. We're going to turn this off, cancel that, let it do its thing. Our peaches back here, front and center, I'm going to top with just a little bit of granola today. I like the crunch, so it's kind of a texture thing. And I like the smaller pieces of granola. You know when you buy the bags of granola, there's like big chunks, and then there's like the little pieces too. I like the little pieces for this, and I think the reason why is because it gives me more opportunity to have more oats in every bite. I don't know. You guys, sometimes I'm weird. I don't know what to say. But let's go up here. Tell me what you think of those. Is this a winner recipe? So fast, so simple, easy dessert. You could invite friends over, play games, and serve them this, and they would be wowed beyond measure. You don't even have to tell them how easy it is. They will be wowed beyond measure. Okay, let's grab a plate. We're gonna try and put these potatoes in here. Remember though, this is hot. And I don't know if I got a big enough bowl. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Hold on. We're gonna take out some of this sauce from the other side. We were gonna have a train wreck going on over here, you guys. And I don't want a mess. There we go. All right. There we go. That is what we got. You guys ready for me to dive in? I know you are. Don't worry, I'm gonna dive in. We're gonna do it. I want you guys to see these cream peas and potatoes right up close. Because this container is too hot for me to lift up. There we go. Cream peas and potatoes. It is a wonderful side dish. It's great for breakfast. It's great for a lunch or a brunch. Super fast, super easy. We're also going to put on our plate one of these peaches because I want you to see how easy it is for me to cut into it. Okay. How's the best way to do this? Can you guys see what I'm doing from here? Here's my peach, right? This fork, it's fork tender. Look at that. It just cuts so beautifully. It is so good. Whoop. Here we go. Mmm. You guys. It's sweet. It's juicy. It's got that little bit of brown sugar. It's got the oats. Like, it is ready to enjoy for dessert. Of course, you can add caramel or maple syrup or honey to the top. You could add whipping cream. You could add ice cream. You can eat it plain. It is so good. I like to add a little bit of the granola. You could even do a mixed granola with nuts and whatever. All right, now that I've had a bite of dessert, I'm gonna switch it up and we're gonna come over to our peas and potatoes. Mmm. All right, I want a little more pepper. A little seasoned to taste. You notice the sauce, okay? I should have used a different plate. Can you see the sauce over here? Look. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't run all over my plate. It's holding its shape. That's how the sauce thickens up. That's the consistency that we like it. But there's so many different ways to enjoy the cream peas with potatoes. Your potatoes are fork tender. They just melt. Watch. Okay, I'm gonna take this potato right here and it just cuts right through. So it's not mush. We don't want mush, but we do want them cooked. There you go. 2 recipes today. Kathy, my silicone mitts. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need to order some. Clearly they got packed in a box and they got left behind. Where I'm not in my studio, a lot of the stuff from the studio got left packed up in boxes. because I don't have room for them here in the new kitchen, and those clearly got left, and I miss them and I want them. I'm gonna have to order some more. Amy says, happy finger licking delicious. Phyllis says, those peaches look amazing. The peaches look tasty, says Kathy. The other Kathy says, yum. Jackie says, looks so tasty, looks yummy, yummy, says Susan. Phyllis says, I'm so late. I've had to catch the replay. Hello all. Hey Phyllis, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad you're here. These videos are always available on the replay, not only the day of, but years later. In fact, if you need just some good moments to laugh, please go back through all of these old videos. You can find them under the video tab on YouTube, as well as on the video tab on Facebook. You can see my changing weight, my changing hair color, my changing hairstyles. You can see it all. It's loads of fun, but there's so many recipes there that you can also learn from. And that's the reason why I keep them around. The peaches recipe is not on the website yet. I'm getting it there. It'll be there soonish, but I wanted to share with you because we're in peach season and I want you to enjoy it from home. I've made a number of peach recipes lately. We made a peach pie bar last week. Delicious. I'm excited to get those ones out as well. If I have time, I'll add my peach raspberry jam. That one may not be till later in the fall when I finally get that one done, but it's a recipe I've been making since my kids were little. It's the only jam my kids would eat with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and it is heavenly, absolutely heavenly. Treva says, a huge thank for these recipes. Treva, you're absolutely welcome. Sally says, it looks really, really good. You guys, it's always fun to be here, even on crazy busy days like this. It's always good to be here. I'm trying to think my schedule. I'm here next week, right? Yep, I'm getting the nod. I will be live next week. Imagine that. 2 weeks in a row, you guys. With all this moving and traveling, it's been difficult, but I will be live next Sunday with another great recipe combination. I don't know what we'll make, but it'll be fun. So what I hope you do is you set a calendar reminder right now in your phones to come back. But more importantly, invite a friend, share it with a friend, let a friend know this is going on and they can come and watch too. I will post midweek whatever recipes we're doing. You can buy the ingredients and make it right along with me, or just take notes, or just come and hang out. I love it any way you choose to come. I'm excited to get some new things going. Oh, here's another thing, you guys. Go over to my website, devourdinner.com. See if you can figure out what I changed. On the retreat this weekend, my blogger friends helped me with a bunch of things. We changed a bunch of things. I think the website, it was the added little touch that it needed. It's very subtle, but I think it makes a big difference. So go on over to the homepage, devourdinner.com. See if you can figure out what the changes are. If you've been to the homepage enough, you'll probably recognize it. If you haven't, you won't. But no worries. Enjoy the homepage with all of the delicious recipes that are there for you at home, wherever you're viewing from. I appreciate you guys so much. It's because of you, because of your loyalty and your love and your care, that I get to do what I love to do. And that's be in the kitchen, creating recipes, helping individuals find joy in the kitchen and bringing memories home to their families while they get to enjoy delicious recipes made with common ingredients, which is kind of fun. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. I've got a busy week ahead. Take care, be safe, remember to be kind. Big hugs to you all. We'll see you next week. Bye now.